Alright, so continuing on, you've got log base 6 of 36 equals log base 6 of 6 squared, so your answer is just 2, the exponent. Log base 9 of 81 is log base 9 of 9 squared, so the answer is just the exponent, 2. Log base 7 of 7 to the 10 equals just 10. Log base 3 of 1 over 27, well, 27 is 3 to the third. When you cross the fraction bar, it becomes 3 to the negative 3. And so your answer is just the exponent. Alright, so this one is 27, which is 3 cubed. And you can cross the fraction bar with it and make it 1 over 3 to the negative 3. When you cross the fraction bar, you change the exponent's sign. And now, since those two match, the answer is just negative 3. Okay. And now log base 7 of square root of 7 is log base 7 of 7 to the 1/2, so your answer is just 1/2. Okay. Now 31 is using rule 8. 3 raised to the log base 3 of 5 is just 5. 5 raised to the log base 5 of 27 is 27. E raised to the log base E of 10 is 10. E raised to the log base E of square root of 3 is square root of 3. E raised to the log base E of 1 over pi is 1 over pi. 10 raised to the log base 10 of 13 is 13. Okay, now here they're asking you to find the answer for x. So looking at this logarithm, it's not obvious at all what the answer is, but if you rewrite it using exponents, you can figure it out. 6 raised to the 2 equals x, so x has to be 36. 10 raised to the x equals 0.01, but actually you can just write 0.01 as 10 to the negative 3, so your answer has to be negative 3. 1/2 you can write as 2 to the negative 1, because this is 1 over 2 to the positive 1, right? That's a positive 1 exponent there. And when you cross the fraction bar with it, it becomes a negative 1, and now that those two match, the answer is just the exponent. Alright, so this one you can use rule 1. 10 to the negative 3 equals x, and 10 to the negative 3 is 1 over 1,000. A log base x of 1,000 equals 3, so that means x to the third equals 1,000. And we know 1,000 is 10 to the third, so x has to be 10. Log base x of 25 equals 2, that means x to the 2 equals 25. And what number squared equals 25? It's 5. Note we can't have x be negative. Can't have a negative base. It's got to be positive. Okay. Log base x of 6 equals 1/2. That means x to the 1/2 equals 6. And if you square both sides, you get x equals positive 36. Log base x of 3 equals 1/3. Okay, so that's x to the 1/3 equals 3. You raise both sides to the third power and you get 27. On this one, remember this is log base 10 of 2, so you can just hit your log key and type in 2, and your calculator will give you that answer. And same thing here, hit log. Log key is found to the left of the 7 key, so log through 35.2 gives you that, approximately. And then log of 2/3 gives you that number there. Then you've got ln key. Your ln key again is just to the left of the 4. So you hit ln of 5 and hit enter and you get your answer. Same thing here, same thing here. Okay, now what is 1 plus log of x? Well, if you pick x to be powers of 10, 10 to the 1, 10 to the 0, 10 to the negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, you get g equals these values here. And so now you can graph that. And you would expect it to be, it will cross at 1, 0 and hike up 1 unit. (54) Start with log base 2 of x, crosses it at 1, 0, and then you bring it down 2 units. Now if you want to know what these values are, you pick values for x that are powers of 2. So 2 to the 4, 2 to the 3, 2 to the 2, 2 to the 1, 2 to the 0, 2 to the minus 1, 2 to the minus 2, 2 to the minus 3. And that gives you nice numbers for g. And you can graph that there. 57, this is y equals log base 9 of y. Okay. Well, first off, they give you a graph and they ask you to find the function. So they give you x is 3 and y is a half. So remember, y equals log base a of x, and we don't know what a is, but we know y is a half and we know x is 3. So we got 1/2 equals log base a of 3. So that means a to the 1/2 equals 3. Now if you square both sides, you get a equals 9, so that gives you your graph right there. 59, they ask you to graph 2 plus ln of x. Well, ln of x crosses at 0, 1, goes up to the right like this, and then you just hike it up 2 units. That's all that graph is. This one, log base 3, hiked up 2 units, so it crosses it at 1, 0, and you move it up 2 units. So your domain is greater than 0 to infinity. Your range is minus infinity to positive infinity. Your vertical asymptote is still at x equals 0. Now with this one, you got log of 1/3, which is going to come down this way. It's going to come the opposite way of 3. And then you put a negative in front. It's going to flip it on the y-axis, so now it comes down like this. And then you hike it up 2 units by adding 2. So now your domain is greater than 0 to infinity. Your range is everything, minus infinity to infinity. Your vertical asymptote hasn't moved. It's still x equals 0. Now this one's just weird. You've got to graph that one in order to figure it out. Now if you have trouble finding the absolute value function, just hit math and then arrow to the right one and choose number 1. To find absolute value, hit math, arrow to the right one, and then choose number 1. That'll give you absolute value. And then inside the bars you type in ln of x. And it'll give you this guy. It's got a domain greater than 0. It's got a range 0 or to infinity. And it's got a vertical asymptote at x equals 0. It's a very weird function.